It's Ed Nixon at Balldale. Just going over some blackleg pressure, spray timings for Aviator, Prosaro for sclerotinia.
Hey all.
We are here at the Corowa trial site between Corowa and Howlong in the Roundup Ready canolas. Year to date, we've had 363 mils, growing season 197 mils from the shop. So I'll ask the questions and Ed will answer. So what is the sclero risk this year, Ed?
So welcome all. Look, we've had a great season as Labo went through everything so far. We've had a lot of rain. Canola's grown really well and we've got big canopies and it's stayed wet underneath the canopy nearly all season so far. So in terms of getting the apothecia to grow, which is the thing that releases the spores into the air, we've had those conditions well, and we're looking at some massive potential crops. And look, so I would say the sclerosis this year in terms of conditions to get it to actually happen have been high. It's going to be all about the rainfall at flowering and whether that actually, whether we get that or not is how big a risk, how much sclero we're going to get.
How much yield do I need to lose to justify spraying?
So we're looking, we've got a couple of different products and different application methods. And if I just put a number, a generalised number of $50 a hectare to spray for sclero, you're looking at a $500 a tonne canola crop, you're looking to lose about 100 kilos of canola is all you need to lose to justify spraying. And depending on your area where you're dialing in from, most guys will be looking at 2 tonne and above probably. So it doesn't take a lot of yield to lose to justify spraying. And we'll go into what else will justify that spraying in a second.
When should I spray for sclero?
So sclero timing, it's quite important to get it right because if you go too early, you don't get the length of protection that you want. So we're looking at that 20 to 30% bloom. And what we're doing is we want to count the flowers and the pods and the flowers on the main stem. So ignore these ones. And you want to count these and have an average of between 14 and 20. So on this one, I've got 18 open flowers. You want to do that across quite a few main stems in your paddock to get an average. So 20% flowers, 14 to 16 open flowers on the main stem, 30% is 20 open stems. That's our good timing for spraying to get the longest protection into that risk period.
Should I do a 1 or 2 spray strategy?
So for most areas and most crops, a good 1 spray strategy will be enough. A well-timed 1 spray strategy will be enough. There will be places and times such as under spray irrigation or places like that where you're in a higher pressure situation and 2 sprays might be necessary. But generally, if you're a bit worried, 1 well-timed spray of something like Aviator, which gives you that extra week of protection, the full rate of Aviator, instead of Prosaro at the high rate or Aviator at the 650 mil rate, that'll give you that extra week. So generally you'll get away with that. But yeah, high pressure situations, you need the 2. You might need the 2.
There's a lot of blackleg in my canola at the moment. When should I spray for that?
Yeah, so quite a few different observations in paddock. We're seeing blackleg right up, starting to move up the canopy. The rainfall's doing that. The questions we are getting out in the paddock a lot at the moment are, do we spray it now? From what the researchers tell us and what we've found is the blackleg timing is the same as the sclero timing at that 20 to 30% bloom. As the blackleg keeps raining, the blackleg moves up the canopy. We actually still have time to kill that blackleg. So when you spray to that 20 to 30%, you do get some kickback on those lesions. And it does take a little while for a lesion to, say, hit that stem, get into it and actually do the damage. So I wouldn't be too concerned about going out, rushing out and doing it now. Do that well-timed sclero and blackleg spray at the same time. And then, if you're on the edge of spraying sclerotinia and you've got a bit of blackleg, then you just go, well, look, I'm getting 2 birds with 1 stone there for that upper canopy blackleg infection. So, yeah, there's another reason to go out and spray it, really. Protect yourself for that disease as well. that's it on our side. Are there any questions that have?
No questions popping up on our screens. Everyone's been pretty well trained on sclerotinia after our disasters in the 214, I think, was our big year. Just make sure you've got, talk to your agro, make sure fungicide is set aside if you think you're a big chance. We just need that rainfall event. It's very hard to predict. We realise we need that, 3 days of moist, showery, crappy weather in August, and the job will be on.
So we have a question. What is your best water rate to spray Prosaro at to get your best canopy protection? From James Nixon.
Are we talking, if we're talking applying, that 30 litres is probably necessary. They do like to try and pull you down a bit, but you sort of want to get 30 litres out of a plane. If you're out of a ground rig, I reckon you want to be minimum 80, probably 100. Try and get as much as you can down in that canopy, and probably a larger droplet to try and push down and protect down in the canopy as best as possible, down in all the leaf stems down here.
Got a preference for Prosaro or Aviator, Ed?
I'd say that 450 mils of Prosaro and 650 of Aviator are fairly similar in their length of control. Aviator would probably give you a bit better blackleg control. If you want that better protection, you'd probably go up to that, that extra week protection. You need to go up to that 800 mil of Aviator. So in those long season areas, that's probably going to be necessary this year, high risk areas. Yeah.
650 and 450 the same price. Bayer aren't stupid. Yeah, they're going to do very similar things.